support this bill, and I look forward to it coming to the Select Committee. Thank you.
Peeni Henare.
Tēnā koe, Mr. Speaker. Thank you for allowing me this contribution, sir. I want to support a lot of what's already been said in the House, and I think about my humble upbringing in a place called Mōtatau in the far north, and money laundering was, heck, couldn't even spell money laundering. But sir, it surprises me that all of a sudden now this government is saying to themselves, oh heck, actually lawyers and accountants are involved. Oh my gosh, real estate agents might be involved. Other high-value dealers, those who, according to the description in the bill here, deal in a black market of cultural objects and cultural taonga to New Zealand. And all of a sudden, we're starting to realise that, oh heck, money laundering doesn't just happen down at the local pawnbroker shop in Kawakawa in the far north. It actually happens from the top of society to the bottom. And here we are in the House this evening, making sure that we close some of those loopholes, sir. So it's with that in mind, we support this. We think it's a step in the right direction, sir, because we want to make sure that we've got a comprehensive regime that doesn't make New Zealand, Aotearoa New Zealand, look like a safe haven for money launderers, for criminal activity. We often kid ourselves, sir, and tell ourselves that we're the small, tiny nation at the bottom of the Pacific, where it's hard for people to come down here and get away with criminal activity on an international scale. But that clearly hasn't been the reality, and many of the reports that have already been canvassed through the contributions this evening have highlighted that this isn't just a New Zealand problem, that it is in fact an international problem. So, sir, without going on too much more about it, I do want to support the comments made by the Honourable David Parker that when this does go to the Select Committee, we will be looking at it with a microscope. We will be making sure we go through it with a fine-tooth comb so that we close all of those loopholes, that we don't find ourselves back here after the history lesson given by Mr. Young, 2003 legislation, 2009 legislation, and here we are again in 2017, so that we make sure we get it done and we get it done properly. So, sir, with that in mind, I commend the bill to the House.
Barbara Curd.